friends. How are you? It's great to see you. I'm back here on the Anti-Bookworm set, and I'm so happy to see you tonight. Thanks for coming to see another Robert Munsch story. This one tonight will be Where is Gah-Ning? Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's coming up soon. Let me just show you a couple things first. Today's Victoria Day and it's a holiday? Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. And we have a little poem here from an old book of mine, and it's about the Queen. Yes, Victoria was a queen. The Queen of England and all kinds of other countries, even Canada. And Queen Victoria was the grandmother of the queen that we have right now, Queen Elizabeth. But anyway, here's a little poem about a queen. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to look at the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under her chair. So there you go. Do you think the Queen was afraid of mice? I saw a little mouse yesterday. It was so cute. A real live little mouse. And today we saw, what was it, an otter? I think it was an otter today. Oh, exciting days in the world, right? Love the spring. Oh, look at all the friends that are joining in. Hi guys, it's great to see you. There's Gracie and Ollie and Kennedy. Mrs. C, oh, she's got her Union Jacks there because Mrs. C has a favorite country, don't you? Happy Victoria Day to all of you as well. Thank you, Ollie. And there's Lila and Lily, Annika, Stella, and Eleonora. Whoa! Full house tonight. Let's carry on. Before I do the Robert Munsch story, I'm so excited to show you this. I'm going to do it right now. You know what's in here? One of the 5 caterpillars. And I wasn't here for the weekend, and I've just come home, and so I'm just opening this up, and I've discovered, oh dear. Can you see him? Can you see him? He got so much bigger. Or maybe it's a she. I don't know. But after Anti-Bookworm tonight, I will be cleaning up all that webbing and all that other stuff that's in there that needs cleaning. He's still got lots of food. He's got more growing to do. Yeah, he's gotten really big since just a couple of days ago. Man, those are really exciting. Exciting times for me. And I think we'll head into our story. Do you know what? What's down here? Shout out! Our shout out tonight is to our very own Mrs. Mia, because it was Mrs. Mia's smart idea to read this book tonight. So thank you, Mrs. Mia. Oh, and there's Brad and Kat. Hello. Good to see you guys. Cody and Keenan. Awesome. And there's Mason. Hi. Okay, let's get into our story. Where is Gah-Ning? Can you see a lot of detail in the artwork here? Robert Munsch wrote this story, and the artwork was done by Helene Desputeaux. Most of his stories are illustrated by Michael Marchenko, but not this one. Yeah, see little sisters down there? Okay. Where is Gah-Ning? One day, Gah-Ning went to her father and said, I want to go on a trip. Her father stopped working and said, oh, are you going to a movie? No, said Gah-Ning. Going to play a hockey game? No, said Gah-Ning. Going to the store? No, said Gah-Ning. Well, where are you going? Asked her father. I, said Gah-Ning, am going to Kapuscasing. Kapuscasing? No, said her father. I know about Kapuscasing. Kapuscasing is where people go to spend hundreds of dollars. They shop and shop and shop and spend all their money. I want to go to Kapuscasing anyway, said Gah-Ning. No way, said her father. Gah-Ning sat on the front steps of the restaurant for a while. Then she got her bicycle and she started pedaling down the road to Kapuscasing. You know what you need to do after this book? You need to get a map and look at where Kapuscasing is. And also where Hearst is, because Gah-Ning lives in Hearst. That's not close to where I live. When it was lunchtime, the father said, "Where is Gah-Ning?" "Oh, I don't know," said her mother. "The last time I saw her, she was going down the street on her bicycle." "On her bicycle?" said her father. "Gah-Ning? Bicycle? Kapuscasing!" He jumped in the car and started driving down the road. He drove almost halfway to Kapuscasing, and there was Gah-Ning pedaling like crazy. The father stopped and said, "What's the matter with you? There are trucks, there are cars, there are buses, there are motorcycles. You could have gotten killed." Apparently, there's also a moose, because this is in the northern part of Ontario, right? He picked up the bicycle. He threw it in the trunk. And when they got home, Gah-Ning's father looked at her and said, "Don't drive your bicycle to Kapuscasing." Then he went back to the restaurant and started making chicken balls. Gah-Ning sat on the front steps for a while and then went to get her roller blades. When it was time for dinner, her father said, "Where is Gah-Ning?" "Oh, I don't know," said her mother. "The last time I saw her, she was going down the road on her rollerblades." "Rollerblades?" said the father. "Gah-Ning? Rollerblades? Kapuscasing! Oh no!" He jumped in the car and drove down the road to Kapuscasing. About 50 kilometers down the road out of town, there was Gah-Ning skating along. The father stopped and said, "What's the matter with you? Are you crazy? There are trucks, there are cars, there are buses, there are motorcycles. You are going to get killed." Oh, apparently we also have some little critters. What have we got? Squirrels? Don't go to Kapuscasing on your bicycle. Don't go to Kapuscasing on the bus. Don't go to Kapuscasing on a skateboard. And don't go to Kapuscasing in a helicopter. Just don't go. Whew. The next day, Gah-Ning got up and said, "Oh, here I am, and I really wanted to go on a trip." But since she couldn't go out of town, she went downtown to the library. There she met a clown who was doing a show for kids. At the end of his performance, he gave out balloons. Look at little sister. So cute. There we go. That's a lot of balloons. That's a busy library. Lots of children. Looks like a good time. Oh, except maybe the librarian's not having a good time. I don't know why. It looks like so much fun. The clown said to the first kid, "Oh, how many balloons do you want?" And the kid said, "2 balloons." So he gave him 2. And he said to the second kid, "How many balloons do you want?" And the kid said, 3 balloons. And then Gah-Ning came up and the clown said, "How many balloons do you want?" And Gah-Ning said, 300 balloons. Uh, 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 300 balloons? I never gave anyone that many before. So he gave Gah-Ning 100 balloons, 200 balloons, 300 balloons, and Gah-Ning started to float right up in the sky. The clown said, "You better look out. You're going to float all the way to Kapuscasing." "I know," said Gah-Ning. Isn't it great? If you think she was planning this, she does have her little purse with her. Ha 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 ha. There she goes. There's the highway with the trucks and the cars that the dad was talking about. When it was lunchtime, her father said, "Where's Gah-Ning?" "Oh, I don't know," said her mother. "She went to the library and she hasn't come back." Her father walked to the library and said, "Where's my kid?" Well, there's one of his kids. The librarian's still trying to clean up. "Oh," said the librarian, "so that was your kid. She's on her way to Kapuscasing." It's the original face palm. "Oh." "No," said her father. "Is she on a bicycle?" "No," said the librarian. "Is she on rollerblades?" "No," said the librarian. "Then how is she getting to Kapuscasing?" Well, 300 balloons. She's floating down the Trans-Canada Highway, holding on to 300 balloons." "Oh no!" yelled the father. He jumped in the car, drove all the way to Kapuscasing, and parked by the shopping mall. He looked up, and there was Gah-Ning coming down out of the sky, letting go of one balloon at a time. She came down right on top of her father's car. Gah-Ning looked at him and said, "Daddy, you came to go shopping. How nice. And you brought little sister too." I love this book. This is the story of how Robert Munsch came up with the idea. I've read it over a few times, so I'll just tell you. What happened was this girl who lived in Hearst, Ontario, in the north, this very small town, whose family worked in a Chinese restaurant that was known to make excellent chicken balls. This little girl that lived there, she kind of wanted a break from the small town and she wanted to get away. And she wrote to Robert Munsch and she sent him a picture of her flying on a balloon out of Kapuscasing, something like this. And he was really taken with that picture, and they wrote letters back and forth a few times. And then he got on a plane and he went to Hearst and he visited there. And they were pretty excited, and he visited their school, and then they took him on a tour, and they wanted to show him the most important thing in Hearst. And they took him, down into the town where there was a toy store, and they showed him the restaurant, and he saw a moose, but none of those were the most important things about Hearst. They got outside of town and they actually visited looked like an empty field. But no, it was a cemetery and there were gravestones there. And they said to him, Gah-Ning and her little sister, "This is where our grandmother is buried." And he said, "Well, then this is the most important place in Hearst." So that was a really touching story, and they've had a friendship all their lives since then. I was just doing a little research. There's a few articles about Gah-Ning and what she's up to now as an adult, because this book was written quite a while ago. So Robert Munsch did really love the chicken balls at their restaurant. So he's got this book dedicated to Gah-Ning and Pho Ning Tang in Hearst, Ontario. Yeah, so there you go. That is Where is Gah-Ning, our Robert Munsch Monday of this week on Victoria Day. I don't know if any of you did some fireworks. I know sometimes people get into that, but if you did, enjoy. Be very, very safe. And, we have a couple messages. Sam's great-great-grandparents had a homestead in Kapuscasing. Well, that's pretty cool. I bet if it was great-great-grandparents, that was before the mall was built, right? Probably. Yeah, the library was a mess, Ollie. You're right. Anyway, this was a nice little story for us. The month of May is Asian Heritage Month, so if you wanted to learn a little bit about different foods and histories, there's maybe a little suggestion in that book as well. So we will get back again tomorrow. I've got some work to do with caterpillars right now. I have 5 of them. Got to clean out their little containers and keep them all healthy and happy. Now you guys stay healthy and happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow or whenever you can come back. Okay. Bye. Brush your teeth. Bye.